making my list for the top 10 players in NBA history. At number 9, I'm going with Wilt the Stilt Chamberlain. At number 8, the big fundamental Tim Duncan. Number 7, I'm going with Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon. Number 6, I'm going with the big Aristotle, the big Cactus, Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. At number 5, this man's nickname is now considered his actual name, Irving Magic Johnson. Number 4, Kobe the Black Mamba Bryant. At number 3, I got Kareem, the captain Abdul-Jabbar. Number 2, the King LeBron James. I know, take a deep breath, relax, because you already know who number 1 is. His Airness, Michael Jeffrey Jordan. But the problem here is, who are we going to put in that 10th slot?
He's heating up.
The top 3 players of all time has been a hot topic for debate past several years. And the real question should be, which players do we have in the top 10? Because universally recognized, we just started including Kobe and Shaq on this list several years back. So what is that top 10 going to look like? It is impossible for it to remain the same with the level of talent, dominance, Hall of Fame players that we have playing in today's game right now that are someday going to crack that top 10. But at this very moment, who do we have on that list? Now, I might get cooked for this, I might not. But as far as my honorable mention goes, I gotta have Bill Russell on that list. Now, look, when I sit down and think about famous people, dead or alive, who would I want to have a conversation? Who would I want to sit down and have a dinner with just to have a conversation with? Bill Russell is on that list. Bill Russell being there with Muhammad Ali. Bill Russell being there with Dr. Martin Luther King. That's a conversation that I would love to have. But when it comes to the basketball court, one of the most dominant defensive players in NBA history, 11-time NBA champion, 5-time MVP, 11-time All-NBA, 15 points, 22.5 rebounds per game, 4.3 assists, absolute dominance. But you know what? There's one player, I don't care if it's the GOAT conversation, best of all time, you know, one of the best we've ever seen, dunkers and all this stuff like that. You have to put Dr. J in any one of these conversations, at least as an honorable mention, or pay homage, pay respect, because this man fathered the game that we see today. You think about the athleticism of Michael Jordan, then the athleticism of Vince Carter, then LeBron James, and so on and so forth. Dr. J was one of the first guys, probably the first guy, that kind of fathered that style. And you know what? Look at some of his numbers. Look at the way he played the game. He would be just as great in today's NBA. I know people are a little bit hesitant on that conversation. Take my word for it. Dr. J was like that. 2-time ABA champion, NBA champion, 4-time MVP, 16-time All-Star, 7-time All-NBA, 5-time All-ABA, 24 points, 8.5 rebounds, 4 assists for his career. Dr. J packed parks, and he sold out arenas. That's how good he was. I did a video a ways back talking about Kevin Durant and Larry Legend Bird, and he's not on this top 10 list. And there's always a question about if he could play today, and my response is always 2 words: Luka, Joker. His game is 100% error proof. Year doesn't matter. Whether you're being guarded by a black man or a white man, you're gonna get this work from Larry Bird. 3-time NBA champion, 10-time All-NBA, 3-time MVP, and he's the last player to go back to back to back winning the MVP award. 12-time All-Star, 24 points, 10 rebounds, 6.3 assists per game. When we have the conversation about that 10 spot, all right? Now, recently, one of these players has entered the discussion for the best point guard of all time. And then the other player is one of the greatest scorers, if not the greatest scorer that we have ever seen in the history of the NBA, and both of them are former teammates, Steph Curry and Kevin Durant. One of these 2 players belong in that 10th spot. Question is which one? Some people might say it's a preference thing. Some people might go to X's and O's. Then we go down the conversation of who needed who more, who benefited the most from their partnership, so on and so forth. So let's talk about it like this, all right? A simple answer would be, for one pickup game and one draft, who are you taking? Only a fool probably look at Kevin Durant, a 7-foot tall shooting guard trapped in a power forward's body, and choose Steph Curry, all right? But should that logic apply here? Steph Curry, a 4-time NBA champion, 2-time MVP, 10-time All-Star, 9-time All-NBA, 2-time scoring champ, all-time leader in 3 points made, 25 points, 4.7 rebounds, 6.4 assists per game, 50-40-90 club, 30th all-time in scoring, 40th all-time in assists, and he's first all-time in free throw percentage. Looking at Kevin Durant's resume, 2-time NBA champ, MVP, 14-time All-Star, 10-time All-NBA, 4-time scoring champion, 8th all-time in scoring, 50-40-90 club member as well, 27 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists per game. The man is 7 feet tall with guard skills, and he has an unmatched pull-up game. Obviously, this is not a cut and dry thing, all right? But when answering the question of which one is top 10, it comes down to preference in some cases. But make no mistake about it, we have to have the conversation of, for Stephen Curry, we're going to say, you know what? He had a championship before Kevin Durant. He had a championship after Kevin Durant was gone. He had multiple MVPs and a unanimous MVP before Kevin Durant even arrived. And when you think about it, the way the game is played today, not just in the NBA, also in college, also in high school, junior high, middle school, the game is played the way that Steph Curry made the game to be played in order for him to be successful. That's how special and dominant Steph Curry has been throughout the course of his career. But you look at Kevin Durant, you say, wait a minute. Yeah, Steph had a championship before and after, but would he ever have another championship if Kevin Durant didn't arrive in Golden State during that summer of 2016 after blowing a 3-1 lead to the Cleveland Cavaliers and winning 73-90? You don't get a championship. Is it possible to think that they actually get another championship? Probably not. So Kevin Durant has that argument. And then you also have to think of it like this. When it comes to the top 10 with these two players, do you prefer a one of one, someone who could never be duplicated, like Kevin Durant, 7 feet tall, guard skills, can pull up from the parking lot? Or would you rather be someone who completely changed the way the game is viewed and the way the game is played and will be played for many, many years into the future because of how dominant he was in his own style of play? Let me know in the comments, do you think that Stephen Curry is in the top 10, or would you rather put Kevin Durant in that slot ahead of him? Give this video a like, subscribe to the channel. Let's one more for the good guys.
He's heating